God speaks His words and does His work according to different ages, and in different ages, He speaks different words. God does not abide by rules, or repeat the same work, or feel nostalgia for the things of the past. He is a God who is always new and never old, and every day He speaks new words. You should abide by that which should be abided by today. This is the responsibility and duty of man. It is crucial that practice be centered around the present light and actual words of God. God does not abide by rules and is able to speak from many different perspectives to make plain His wisdom and omnipotence. It matters not whether He speaks from the perspective of the Spirit, or of man, or of the third person. God is always God, and you cannot say that He is not God because of the perspective of man from which He speaks. Among some people, there have emerged conceptions as a result of the different perspectives from which God speaks. Such people have no knowledge of God and no knowledge of His work. If God always spoke from one perspective, would man not lay down rules about God? Could God allow man to act in such a way? Regardless of which perspective God speaks from, God has His aims for each. If God were always to speak from the perspective of the Spirit, would you be able to engage with Him? Thus, He speaks in the third person to provide His words to you and guide you into reality. Everything that God does is fitting. In short, it is all done by God, and you should not be doubtful about this. Provided that He is God, then no matter what perspective He speaks from, He is still God. This is an immutable truth. However He works, He is still God, and His substance will not change. Peter so loved God and was a man after God's own heart, but God did not witness him as the Lord or Christ. For a being's substance is what it is and can never change. In His work, God does not abide by rules, but employs different methods to make His work effective and increase man's knowledge of Him. His every method of working helps man know Him and is in order to make man perfect. No matter which method of working He employs, each is in order to build up man and make man perfect. Though one of His methods of working may have lasted for a very long time, it is in order to temper man's faith in Him. Thus, you should not be doubtful. These are all the steps of God's work and must be obeyed by you.